If you are an African based in a foreign country with a pig farm back home or any other livestock business back home, I took my time to make this video for you specifically, so you watch it to the end to know what you're doing. I know that for many of you abroad, investing in pig farming or livestock back home seems a smart move. You think you invest, hire a caretaker, and earn steady profits. You expect honest reporting, well-fed pigs, and growing farm success, right? But in most cases, this is what actually happens. Your pigs don't grow well. Feed is finished too quickly than you expected. No profit for close to 2 years. You're still farming the pigs. And why does this happen? Mostly it deals with your caretaker. So today I'm going to talk particularly about the caretaker you are working with. Dishonesty and theft. Some caretakers still feed and sell it. This I have had a number of farmers report to me. Caretakers stealing their feed and selling it. Others secretly sell even their pigs and report false deaths. He tells you the pigs were 20 that the next day 2 of them died. You are not on the farm to track, so he goes away with it. And caretakers may also inflate farm expenses to get extra money. Yes, they can inflate it. That is the side of dishonesty, or the level of dishonesty that can happen in this side. You ask them to get this too, so they use for maintenance, they will come with a different value, altogether increased. The second reason why your caretaker might help you to fail faster is the lack of supervision and accountability. No CCTV cameras or monitoring system of any sort. No surprise visits to verify them and the farm conditions. You don't have family members going to catch them on guard. You don't also have friends visiting them without announcing to them. And your caretakers are just on their own. And even for some, they know when and how visitors will come to the farm, and they always prepare for that. And they know the days that people will not even bother to come there at all. And that is where they start to do the bad things. Caretakers also get lazy because they know no one is even watching them. They are their bosses now. That is it. Once you hire them, most of these people think they are now their bosses. They do what they want. Most farms also have this accommodation there with lights. Water is provided, sometimes food is even provided. So they are just like living heaven on earth in their small way. But there's another reason why your caretaker will help you fail faster in your farming business. And that is poor knowledge of the livestock you are keeping them. Here we are talking about pigs. So they have little to no knowledge about pig farming. And here I won't necessarily blame the caretaker. No one is above learning. In most cases, farm owners, they think it's too expensive to get somebody to train their staff for them, especially newly employed people. So they prefer to go with anybody at all, and then hoping that the person will learn on his own. But the thing is, it doesn't happen that way. For me, I usually say get somebody to train your staff for you. Even if it is a phone call, arrange with the person, or even a visit, you pay for the person to go there, be with your worker for at least 2-3 days. Take them through the whole process. They get used to it. They have hands-on practical things, and then they can take over from it, and your farm should be running. But many of us think it is too expensive to do this. We hire them and we expect them to know everything all at once. That is where they start wasting things. Your feed, instead of measuring the feed, they are just fetching it. So many caretakers are not well trained in pig farming. They overfeed or underfeed pigs. They even end up giving wrong medication to sick pigs, because most of us also we expect our caretakers to be giving medications to animals, which is not their job unless you have actually trained them to do that. On this note, I just want you to know that you don't have to assume that your caretaker knows everything, because they don't. And also there are some caretakers who prioritize their own side businesses. This is not just with livestock farming alone, and it is not with pig farming. I know people who are put in front of shops as shop attendants, not knowing they had their own product in the same shop, and they were selling their product instead of what is for the shop. That is the extent to which people can do bad things. To you are helping them by employing them, cater for themselves and then their family. They want to do you bad, collapse your business, and now yes, will thrive. It happens. And your caretaker may also prioritize his own side of the business. Many caretakers start their own farms and shift focus. That is it. Farm within farm. And they use your farm feed for the animals. So instead of giving your animals 3 kg every day, they divide it half. One goes to your side, another goes to their side. At the end of the year, you are selling, they're also selling. Okay. But the surprising thing is that theirs will be better than you that is paying for the cost and everything. If that happens, that is if they shift focus to their own side of the business, they take care of their pigs first and yours will be second. Yeah, that way you can't just control it. Your farm becomes their side job instead of the main job. Yes, they should know it. They have now become their own bosses. We are not here. It will take a long time to get your flight ticket to get back to the country. By which time they will have made things right or run away. So, no need to bother yourself. The fifth point that I want to add is that there is no real incentive to make the farm profitable. Whether the farm succeeds or fails, they still get paid. Yeah, this is just like government work. You go to work or you don't go, they are paying you. Okay. Yes, work or no work, they are paying you. Ghanaian government, you pay. You don't even give bonus for productivity. No motivation to increase piglet survival rate or even reduce waste. So whether good work done or no good work done, they are getting the same 800 Ghana cedis a month. So why should they even bother themselves? So if you have any financial incentive, don't expect your people to be motivated to do the right job for you. Seriously, they won't. Many of them, unless those who really have the fear of God in them. And with that said, you're going to get 1 out of every 500 people you employ. A farm attendant ever told me that he's not taking care of the animals properly because how can his boss give him just 2-hour pay for the job he's doing in the US as a salary in Ghana here for the whole month? Yeah, like it was making sense, but as a farm owner, I just want you to know this. Your people quickly convert the money, and they know that, especially those who know how much you are being paid every hour over there, they quickly convert the money, and once you give it to them, they will convert it. So they expect you to give at least a day amount. Like if you're working 8 hours a day, you should give that particular day's salary wage to them. For many of the attendants I have spoken with, that is what they expect. You can go for the whole day, give that amount to them, and then keep the rest of the days to yourself. But you, within the day, working for 2 hours and giving that to them as salary, or 3 hours and giving that one as salary to them for the whole month, it is a turn-off for most of them, and why they don't really put in the best. So I don't know this how you're going to correct this, but that is one of the complaints I got and one of the experiences I had with farm attendant. Anyway, we just talked about the problem, so let's try to find some solutions. So you can avoid some of these problems by installing remote monitoring systems. That is, if these are installed on the farm, you can get to know the number of animals there, those that have died, the feed available. You can just track everything, monitor everything. And also, if you have this CCTV cameras connected to your phone, anytime you get update on it, you're seeing what is happening for yourself. And also, there's a time that you can require weekly video updates instead of just calls. You call them on video call, they go to the farm. Okay, move to this pen. Okay, 7 animals. Okay, let's go here. 20. All right, thank you. Here, 15 pigs. Okay, they are all 15. Here, you said 3 of them died. Okay, so you have 7 remaining. You see, just take them like a virtual tour. Let them take you throughout the farm. You get to say, okay, I had 70 pigs last week and they are still 70. Or I had 80 and now 2 of them have also followed. So now I'm getting 120 pigs. You're getting it. So weekly video calls also will help you to monitor your farm, except for those of us who are in a very remote area. That's what a normal call if you can't do, not to talk about a video call. With that, you have to also go with other strategies. And the second thing is also you should hire professional farm managers, not just a caretaker. Serious. Sometimes I just wonder why somebody reached out to me, can you get me a farm manager? And I say, okay, yes. And this farm manager, the person is expecting to pay 400 Ghana cedis. And because of the salary, I know why most of you are running from the professional. Because of the salary, you prefer to take people who are less skilled. So mostly they say GHS leavers, they want SHS leavers. Yes, that is the situation. You get these people all right, but note that many of us, the young ones, myself included, we are not much into pig farming like that. Even agriculture in general, we are not into it like that. If you take me there and I'm just motivated by the money and I'm get used to 400 Ghana cedis, 400 Ghana cedis, no other incentive, to get to a point I'll quit, and your farm will be left there. Okay, so it's also good for you to just get somebody who has worked with farms before and has the actual experience. And with this too, you need to also set some indicators such that if they are performing well, you match it against those keys and know that this guy is actually delivering. And also, instead of fixed salary, offer bonuses for good farm results. Example, if the farm profits, they get 10% of the earnings. If they are able to win 10 pigs and all of them survive, they are getting 1 pig at the end of the year extra. Something just to motivate them. Yes, they'll give out their best, but if you just allow them, let them know that they are just used to the salary alone, whether they do it or they don't do. If 20 pigs fallow and all the piglets die, they still get their money. If 20 pigs fallow and they don't die, they still get the same amount. No motivation, nothing new. So they'll just be doing the rest they can. So please find some ways to motivate your people. Don't just rely too much on the salary alone. That one is not enough to motivate them. And also do unannounced farm visits or assign a trusted relative or a friend to be doing that for you. Surprise farm checks will expose problems very, very quickly. You go there and then you get to realize that your farm attendant or caretaker is not even available on the farm. You let that your friend call them, hey, am I on the farm here? Okay, open the door for me to see where you are. Which part of the farm are you seated? You go there, it's not there. If that happens, let's say you are able to catch this person lying for the first time, they'll be very cautious. They're not going to repeat it again. Unless maybe they don't want to work with you anymore. And also, don't expand the farm until you have a reliable system. So as you have started your farming, you are still trying to find out your way, what will work best for you. So you are trying to do this, but it will get to a point that you have to structure it such that it is in a system form. It's better to run a small, profitable farm than a large, failing one. This thing I've just spoken, I'm just speaking directly, like how your caretaker will speak to you, because I have reached out to these people. You are not motivating us enough. You are only giving us 3 hours wage as our salary for the whole month. You are not also motivating me in any way. Whether I do my best, I don't do my best, you still give me 500 Ghana cedis. Why wouldn't I start my own business? I'll take part of the feed, supply to another farm, get money from it, start feeding into my pocket. Or I take part of your piglet, give it to another farmer, raise it there, and I go to sell it from that farm. And that is how people start their own businesses within your business, and they end up stealing all your customers away. So like I just said, it might be like a joke until it happened to you on your farm. So pig farm, you have to be very vigilant, especially those who are not resident in the farm. Please just ensure you do the right thing, because you can lose everything. I know people who have changed, like farm our workers, they have changed attendants more than 5 times within 3 months. You need to ensure that you do the right thing before you leave, okay? Because you are investing too much. I know how expensive starting pig farming can be. So once you are coming in, put in the right measures and ensure that you are doing the right thing, so that you can last in this pig farming for at least 5-10 years. You should still be inside. Alright, and if you have not yet gotten my ebook, it's available. Go into the description and then get one for yourself.